Hi, I'm John Williams. I'm an author, writer, and public speaker, and I'm here to post another video based on my book, Winning at Online Dating. And today we're going to talk about two items that should be in your relationship toolbox. That's chapter 3 in the book, and we're going to talk about the willingness to apologize and commitment and tenacity. They're kind of like two sides of the same coin. So let's talk about the willingness to apologize first. In a good apology, there's usually like three elements that you want to have when you're going to apologize for something. Now, apologize? Really? I mean, we're talking about online dating. Yes, of course. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to say things, maybe do things that you don't mean to do, and you want to know, especially if you're really interested in the person, the most effective way to apologize when that happens. It's not if, it's when. Okay, so yeah, learning how to apologize properly and make sure it's heartfelt will keep the relationship on track. So, of course, you want to, number one, acknowledge what you did. Recently, my girlfriend and I, we had like a little bump in the road, and she had said something that hurt my heart. And once she realized she did, she went to the first step, which is she acknowledged what she did. Because I didn't mean to, hurt your heart by saying, this or that. She was very clear, very concise, very deliberate about it. The next step, number 2, you want to show a sense of empathy. Okay, empathy is basically trading places with another person. You're identifying with their thoughts, their feelings, and their attitude. Right? I mean, how are they feeling based on what it is I said or what it is I did? So she was very clear to do that. Hey, you must have felt, pretty sad. You must have thought, pretty harsh of me, and those things were correct. You want to make sure that you put yourself in the shoes of the other person long enough to be able to convey to them that you're feeling or you felt, you understand how they felt when they were offended by whatever you did or said. Right? Wow, that must have made you feel pretty angry at me, or wow, that must have really made you, waste a lot of time based on what I did or said, or I misplaced your thing. So he was really concerned about that, and I'm sorry. Right? It's very important to put yourself in the shoes of another person, because it gives them the idea that you truly understand what you did, and that's really important. We all have our own apology language. Right? For me, I want the person to acknowledge what they did. I want them to get a sense that, hey, look, you must have felt this way, or you must have felt that way, or perhaps, that made you really sad. Right? They're letting me know that they have a full understanding of what the results of what they did. It's important. And of course, the third element is, of course, to make amends, if you can. My girlfriend, she's overseas, right? So she can't necessarily take me to lunch or take me to dinner, which would be nice. But she did the one thing she could do was, get dressed up in a really nice outfit and take a wonderful picture for me, right? I mean, that was very thoughtful. She put some deliberate thought behind that. And that made me feel appreciated and loved and appreciated, and that, she really tried to, walk it back and make me feel better. And that's important. Making amends is always important. Now, perhaps, you and your partner have already met, and you're together, all those three things still apply. Make sure you acknowledge what you did, empathize with the person as a result of what you did, and then 3, you want to make amends as best you can. Really put that thing away so they're not thinking about it or not stewing on it. No, you close the loop completely, and now you can move on, right? So that's, and again, the willingness to apologize is those three things are important because that's how you apologize. But again, we're talking about the willingness. Some of you or some of us do not like to apologize when we have wronged somebody. And basically that comes from a sense of pride. Look, you're a human. You're not, Jesus, right? You're human. You're gonna make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, the best way to maintain a good, healthy, either working or romantic or intimate or, just family relationships, is you have to be able to apologize. You have to. So you might as well do it and do it right? So that your relationships are maintained. So a willingness to be able to want to do that is important. Be quick to apologize when you've wronged someone. Be willing, always. Don't let pride get in the way, because you ruin really good relationships, or if nothing else, tarnish them, which is really not that much better, right? Just fess up, as some people say, apologize, and get it over with, right? The other two items I talked about in the toolbox, right? These are things that relationship norms. If you're going to have a relationship with someone, these are things that you should be definitely aware of, right? To have a healthy one. And the next two is commitment and tenacity. They're the two sides of the same coin. Commitment being the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause. If you're going to have an online relationship, sure, you're going to meet the person online. You probably leave the dating site, right, and start chatting on other modes of communication, whether Facebook or Google Hangout or Skype or what have you. But if the relationship grows in its normal state, eventually you're going to be committed to that person. You're not going to chat with other people. You're going to shut down your websites, and you're going to make that one person the person that you communicate with on a daily basis, right? Until you meet and continue to grow the relationship. Nowadays, people have a hard time committing to anything, and that's really bad, right? If you're gonna have a relationship, whether online or organically, commitment is important. Committing to the cause, being where you said you're going to be, giving them the sense that we're on solid ground. I know what I'm doing in this relationship, and commitment is not an issue because I'm interested in you, right? Tenacity, like I said, is the other side of that coin. And tenacity is basically the quality or fact of being determined. I'm determined. I'm determined not to let the relationship fall over. I'm determined to be committed and show you that I'm committed. I'm determined to be on time. I'm determined to call you when I said I will. If I'm late, I'm determined. I'm going to be tenacious to call you to let you know, hey, I'm late and I'll be home at X time, right? Commitment, tenacity. Very important. No one wants to be in a relationship with someone who's wishy-washy, or you can't count on, or they're not, tenacious in anything they do. I mean, some things, we're more tenacious than others. I mean, when it comes to like hobbies or sports for some guys, or with some ladies, it's cooking or going out or whatever it is. You're tenacious. Why? Because it's something that you want to do, something that you get value from, and hopefully you're bringing value to. Well, if you're going to be online dating or dating at all, those two things need to be in your relationship toolbox. I can't emphasize that enough. Well, otherwise you won't have the relationship very long. People know when you're really not into it. People really know when you're not committed, when you're not tenacious about, managing that relationship. People know, right? You can only fool people for so long. And, you know, their head might say one thing, but their heart will say certainly another. And you can tell. So if you're in a relationship with someone, or you want to be in a relationship with someone, know that being committed, if that's the person that you really feel you want to be with, and having the tenacity to do those things that makes them feel secure in the relationship. All right. So hopefully this video did help you. If you enjoyed what you've heard, I ask you kindly to subscribe, to hit the like button, also to hit the notification bell. I will really appreciate that. By the way, I'm writing right now also on Quora, so I'll have a link there so you can look at some of the articles that I've written. Maybe they'll help you. And if you really appreciate the ongoing work that I'm doing here, feel free to donate to the cause. There's a PayPal link there as well that you can avail yourself of. Again, my name is John Williams. I appreciate your patronage. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time.